Hello, everyone. Hello to another episode of Improving Mindsets. I'm Popola Jadesola, founder of Media Literacy Consulting. Here to assist us all to understand just how the media influences us and what we can do about that, how to avoid certain negativity that is already doing a lot of harm to our society, and what we can do about that. Pardon me. So I actually had another video planned for today, another topic planned. I was going to go through the basics of media literacy education, but I decided not to do that today. I believe I was led spiritually. The Holy Spirit leads people. So, to talk about this, because I can see more and more of those influences every single day, ripping our society apart, making people imbibe quite the wrong belief systems, encouraging them to do the wrong things, to like the wrong things, normalizing that which is appalling and making it seem like it is completely fine or even acceptable. So I decided to go with this. This is a proposal I wrote actually to a school. Now, this is a proposal I wrote, right? And of course, it's a 14-page proposal, so I'm not going to go through all of that. I'm just going to pick that which I want to speak to you on today. Now, I titled it Some Media Problems in the 21st Century, WMLC Media Literacy Workshop. WMLC is my company, World Media Literacy Consulting, will address and solve. Okay, so what are the media problems in the 21st century that these media literacy workshops will address and solve? Okay, so there are quite a number of them. And I believe here I listed, I think, almost 20. But even this does not even, it hardly brushes over the extent of the damage being done here. So, even this, though it's quite, numerous in number, still does not encompass the totality of the problem at all. So, but because this is quite an elongated list, I'm going to be going through it, let's say 5 or 6 each. I don't want my videos going over 30 minutes. So, depending on what we can take during that duration of time. Now, what is media literacy, first of all? In case you haven't seen my other videos, you should check them out, educate yourself. Media literacy is, the ability to deconstruct and evaluate media messages. Okay, the ability to be able to detect the subliminally suggested messages, encoded messages that are intentionally put there. It's not a mistake. That are intentionally put there to speak to your subconscious, to send you subliminally negative messages. Now, that's where the problem is, actually. That's why there's this God-given vision. Okay, because if it was only positive messages, then there would be no problem. Then everybody can watch and imbibe, then it will be fine. But they are sending quite negative messages that are affecting the way we view this world, the way we view ourselves, the way we interact with other people. Just look at our society today and compare it to a society even 30 years ago. I'm not talking about your AI or your technological inventions now. I'm talking about the bonds of society, what actually makes our society a society. Compare that to 30 years ago and see the decline of moral values, the decline of the sanctity of family, the decline of even the biological institutions being prioritized. So anyways, that's quite an in-depth topic. So but we're just gonna go through this list because this is listed out already, and I would like us to understand it fully. So we're gonna go through 5 or 6, or depending on what we have time for. So number 1, media influence causing an increasing disregard for authority, both parental and institutional, in children. Okay, so this is actually a general thing, but this is a proposal I wrote to a school, so it is targeted for school students and the younger generation. So but of course media influence is something that influences everybody. So you're not free from it because you are an adult or something. Far from that. You know. So to explain this, media influence causing an increasing disregard for authority, both parental and institutional. Now, what makes, I mean, we've all been children. Like, there's nobody, no matter how old you are, you're once a child. And there's something that defines this parental and this child-parent connection. Of course, they love you. Of course, they try to, provide for you and all that. But you as a child, you need to respect your parents, right? I believe that goes without saying. It should go without saying. It should go without saying. But that's not what it's really like anymore. So they are this media influences. They're encouraging children to disrespect their parents. They're encouraging children to make the advice that their parents give to them, to see it as noise, to see it as secondary to what they are watching, or all these songs they listen to and all that crap that's teaching them something else entirely. They're being made not to pay attention to the wisdom and to the advice of their parents, because every parent loves their child. I'm saying, okay, fine, there might be some bad parents out there, but I'm sure they might not even be up to 5%. Most parents love their children, want the best for their children. So they're being made. You see videos of children, like movies, children shouting on their parents. Remember, these are intentionally constructed things. That is not actually the father. That is not actually the mother. Those people that child is not actually their child. They are intentionally constructing that, movie to send you a message, and a quite negative one. They're not spending millions of dollars every single year. The movie industry, Hollywood, is $1 billion per year industry, okay? So they're not spending that much money making all those things, making those countless movies, making those countless songs, and giving it to you basically for free, just for your entertainment. Okay? They're not doing that just for your entertainment. So, you see all these clips just increasing disrespect, even for each other. Even let's leave the child, aside. Even this increasing disrespect for each other. Children are future adults, anyways. So just increasing that level of apathy, or that, how can I put it? Like, you are less likely to listen to the other person. Everybody feels like they know too much. Disrespect when talking to each other is increasing now. It's more rampant. Of course, it's what you accept anyways. But as a society, we are, we're losing the values that we should be standing by. So anyways, that is one problem. And if you have a society or children which are future adults, so if you have that kind of society where they don't listen to their parents, and they're listening to all these, let's say, their friends who don't know much either, or they're listening to these movies and songs that are teaching them absolute crap, absolute nonsense, if they're listening to all those forums, what are they going to turn out to be? Because this is ultimately about ruining their lives. That is what the goal is. I'm just going to state a quote. I'm not going to go into that now, but I'm just going to state a quote. What you can go back to some of my other videos for more clarification. I'm just going to state a quote. John Kurufasi said this. He said, "I believe we are destroying the minds of America, and this has been one of my lifelong ambitions." Okay? That's what somebody said about the lives of millions and billions of people. What does this man do for a living? He makes cartoons for children. That's what he does. And he said this, and the cartoon he made in the 80s, the Ren and Stimpy show, most cartoons today are modeled after that cartoon. They send incredibly sexualized themes, incredibly sexualized suggestive themes, violence, disregard for authority, hate, negativity all around, and they want these children to imbibe that and to see that as normal and to live like that. There needs to be, a reorientation, because if not, it's already happening. It's not a future problem. Okay, Americans are the first victims of this, but it's now a global thing. It's not a future thing. It's a problem that's here already and it's getting worse. And this is not the only one, not by far. Now, that's just what I'm gonna say about that. Of course, as they become more media literate, they will understand how the media, does this to their minds and what they can do about it. How they can reverse that. How they can learn to recognize these messages that are, actually negative, and not be sucked into believing that it is nice, or that it is cool, or it is trendy. They're trying to give everybody a thought process of perversion that you can't even think about. Everything you think about is messed up. And as the Bible says it already, as a person thinks, so you are. As a man thinks, so they are. As a man, as a woman, how you think is how you are. You can never be better than how you think. So, anyways, so that's one. So moving on to this, I believe I've mentioned it already in the explanation of this, but media influence enabling and normalizing sexual activity at an absurdly young age. Okay, like, it's ridiculous. Now, for everything there's a time and a season, right? But the media has made it seem like, don't even wait, just get into a relationship as quickly as possible, and they're making it younger and younger and younger and younger and younger now. There's actually this show in Australia about toddlers dating. Toddlers. Okay, and they're making it a reality TV show, quote unquote reality, so-called reality. They're encouraging children all around the world. This is a global problem. This is not a one country or one continent problem. This is a global problem. If you have media in your country, if you have a phone, if you have television, if you're watching movies, if you're listening to music, if you're watching adverts, you are affected by this. So they're trying to, make these children get, involved in all the. I believe even in my country here, Nigeria, a story broke a few months back about a Christian school child, and she and her classmates, all of them engaging in ridiculously sexual activity at that young age. Is it their parents that are teaching them that? Is it their schools that are teaching them that? Is it the churches that are teaching them that? These children are 10 years old. They are a product of their society. What is teaching them that? Ask your phones. Look at your phones and ask yourself that question. Look at your television and ask yourself that question. Look at your laptop and ask yourself that question. They're learning all this lifestyle that will lead them nowhere from the media. And they're being made to think that is cool, that is okay, that they can do that it's fine. May the Lord grant us all wisdom and understanding, because this is a problem that is not going away. The people that are behind this, they have enough money to ensure that it never goes away, that it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. So that's why they need to be educated. That's why they need to become media literate. Because it's not going away. And we are all using media. Who does not use media? Every single person uses media. Everybody. Even whether you want to or not, you're using media. You're using your phone. You're going on social media. You're watching TV. You're listening to the radio. You're reading newspapers. You're doing you're watching adverts. You're looking at billboards as you go on the street. We are all consuming media, whether we are aware of it or not. So to think that it does not influence you is ridiculous, really. Anyways, this is a God-given vision, actually. God does not want the media to continue to influence your mind, because it's written even in the Bible, and I will stir up the Medes against them. Medes are the media. They've been around longer than television. And they don't hide what they're doing, by the way. They don't hide it. Now, moving on, because, let's see how many we can get today. Moving on to the third problem. This is the fourth one, actually, but I'm going to skip over the third one because, okay, let me just mention this. Cyberbullying on social media. Ways to handle and avoid cyberbullying. Now, look, when it comes to social media, the concept of cyberbullying, to me, really, I find it to be ridiculous. But because, I've been given this, vision, I will explain it to you. The simple fact is, you are in control of your social media account. You might not be in control of the movies that you're watching, of the adverts you're seeing, but at least you are in control of your social media accounts. So if you see that you have somebody who is cyberbullying you, block them. Like, make them unable to access you. What is this issue that people are getting depressed on social media because of cyberbullying? There are actually documentaries about this. For what reason? Just make the person, if it's on Facebook, block the person on Facebook. If it's on Twitter, unfollow the person, unblock the person. I believe there should be a way to do that. I hardly engage in things like that anyways, because I know what it does to the mind. If it's on Instagram, block them. Whatever freaking new network they're giving you these days. Distance yourself from that. Why must you, why be depressed over cyberbullying? You have so many people with fragmented opinions, fragmented hearts, and they're trying to project that poison onto you through the phone, and you do not distance yourself from that. So there needs to be, enlightenment. So moving on. So the fourth one. So social media overuse. Now I wrote social media on this, but I'm going to switch it. It's not just social media, it's all media, actually. So media overuse linked to body image dysmorphia. Okay? Media overuse linked to body image dysmorphia. Now, what is body image dysmorphia? It is the perception, okay, that you as a person do not fit the model of what you as a person is supposed to be, and then you are constantly comparing yourself to that supposed illusion or that supposed standard, and this is affecting ladies, guys, men and women, boys and girls, because they're looking at these social media models, blah blah, whatever they are on, and they're comparing themselves to that, and they're saying, oh, I wish I was this curvy, or oh, I wish I was this tall, or I wish I was this whatever, I wish I was this fair, or had this long hair, or whatever it is that they're making you compare yourself to. You have to understand that it is all an attempt to get you into depression, to get you into a system of low self-confidence. Why are you comparing yourself to other people? Why? Maybe you should ask yourself that question. Now, anyways, this is about body image dysmorphia, right? So you have an increasing number of people going for plastic surgery, constantly in a state of, inadequacy, because they are being made to look at themselves, to see themselves as inadequate. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, no matter who you are. So why are you comparing yourself to some freaking people on social media? All the boys now want to be jacked. All the boys now want to grow beard because they think that that's what's cool. all the girls now want to slay because they think that that's what's cool. Comparing yourself to some garbage that does not profit you in any way. Look, I feel really sad for this generation. And I feel even worse for those that are coming after us. Look, oh my God. People are actually being made to, look, I'm going to address boys, I'm going to address girls. I'm going to address girls first. Okay, ladies first, right? So, look, you cannot place your value on your body. And this is a conditioning too. This belief that more and more people are getting, that their belief, their values in their body, so they must be showing it off, they must be, excessively, degrading themselves basically, but thinking that they are doing the right things. Your value as a woman, as a girl, is not in your body only. Your body is everybody, we like visually pleasing things, right? Even as a girl, you want your man to be handsome. As a guy, you want your, woman to be beautiful, right? But your body is your container. That is not who you are. That is not who you are. Your soul, your spirit, those are far more important than your freaking body. But the devil is trying to twist it around, make it seem like, no, in fact, it's your body that's the only thing that's important about you. Trying to actually make a lot of people believe that, and there are people are believing it. It is not, like I said before, this is not a problem that is going to happen. It's a problem that's happening already. People are believing it. Look, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and he showed me this, like a WhatsApp group, right? But it's on another social media. Now, these girls are uploading these videos by themselves. This is not that they are being forced to do it or somebody is doing something bad to them. No. They are uploading the videos by themselves. Completely as naked as the day they were born. And they are, dancing in front of the camera like that. And because they are being made to think that their value is in their body. They are being made to think that is what society wants, that is what they should want. And because their self-confidence is being lowered, they don't think that is what they need to as a freaking boost. Uploading these videos, and I'm just, oh my God, I did not know when tears started coming out of my eyes. I did not know when. I mean, it's they're comparing them. Oh my God! Look, there's far too much to be done right now. They need to be made to understand, first of all, that your worth is not in your body. It's who you are as a person, your values, your standards, your morals. That's what makes you you. Your body has nothing to do with it. But the devil is such a bastard, and he's sending this message consistently through his media, and he's succeeding in making people believe that. The media is neither good nor bad, by the way. It's depending on the sort of message that is sent through it. But there's so much negativity. And now, the guys, they all think that, doing the wrong things, drinking all day, gambling is okay. They all want to be jacked now. They want to have 6-pack. They want to be carrying beards up and down. They want to tint their hair the way they like it, because they feel that is the crap that they should be emulating. Because they feel that is what is in vogue. It's ridiculous. Men are actually being conditioned, some men anyway, not everybody, are being conditioned to be more and more irresponsible. But this is a global problem. So if you do not have those standards, those media influences will actually make you more irresponsible. Make you feel like it's okay to be a bad person. There needs to be awareness. There needs to be education. There needs to be enlightenment. The Bible says people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Destroyed because you do not know something. Look, let us, in fact, the Bible said, because the devil also it tries to make guys think that sex is something that you should only want, that you should not really want a relationship, that you should just want to sleep around and be an idiot and just do whatever it is that you like. Look, the Bible states that a man that commits adultery lacketh understanding, and that he that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. Look, the devil just wants to destroy everybody. Don't you get it? Like, this is not... Look, I'm going to state this quote to end this, because all this damage that I'm talking about now is intentionally being set by some people. Okay? Some people are sitting down, having meetings on how to ensure that this damage continues and that it gets worse and worse every day. I'm going to state this quote to end this, because like I said earlier, I do not want the video to exceed 30 minutes. Sidney West said this. Sidney West is the founder of the Fabian Society. If you know anything about occultic societies in the United States, the Fabian Society is one of the topmost occultic societies in the United States. And he said this. He said to play on those millions of minds, to watch them slowly respond to an unseen stimulus, to guide their aspirations without their knowledge. All this, whether in great capacities or in humble, is a big and endless game of chess, of ever extraordinary excitement. That's what he said. Now let me break that down quickly. He said to play on those millions of minds. That means to deceive them. To deceive you and I. To try to deceive all of us. To watch them slowly respond to an unseen stimulus. To watch you respond to something that you cannot even see is there. To watch you respond to something that you don't even know is controlling you at all. That you're not even aware. To guide their aspirations without their knowledge. To guide what you like, what you do, how you do it, without you knowing it. To guide what you want to be, what you aspire towards, without you knowing it. All this, whether in great capacities or in humble, is a big and endless game of chess of ever extraordinary excitement. That means even if they can change just one single aspect of your life, or if they turn your life around completely to the worst, that is all a game to them. And it's exciting to them. That's all a game to them. And it excites them of ever extraordinary excitement. And that of ever, extraordinary excitement, I believe was what I said. They like the fact that they're doing this. Look, if you do your research, this is something that's hidden. This is something that's hidden. I've just been given the tools to help you reverse it. Thank Lord Almighty. But this is the damage actually itself is not hidden. What it's doing, look, Americans are the first victims of this. You can already see how it's tearing the society apart. It's not a hidden damage. The quicker we gain knowledge, the quicker we'll be able to do anything about it, because this damage is here. The problem will continue whether you do anything about it or not. It doesn't change jack. You doing something about it just changes your ability to be saved. Just changes your ability to reverse that and not fall victim. But to think that it is not there is to delude yourself. Let us gain wisdom. Let us gain knowledge. Let us learn. Let us learn. There's this book I'd like to suggest to you, Media Virus by Douglas Rushkoff. My book, I'll be publishing my book sometime next year as well. So, but this is a book you should read, very much so. You can also read United States of Distractions. These are books that will open your mind, make you understand what's really going on here. Because, there are so many other books that will, really. But, like I said, I've been given this God-given vision to help you reverse it. But those that have stated the problems, they have stated it. The problems have been stated. And I'm sure if Douglas Rushkoff could compare his book that he wrote, I think maybe he wrote it maybe in the late 90s or early 2000s, and compare it to right now, I'm sure he would pat himself in the back, because there is a complete display of exactly what he said and what's happening right now, because people will not do anything about it. Like Sydney West said, it is an unseen stimulus, so they are not even fully aware that it's there. I was not aware that it was there until I was given this vision from God. I had no idea. So the faster we gain knowledge, the faster we will get solutions. So thank you very much. My name is Popola Jadesola. I'll see you next time with another episode of Improving Mindset. Have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe. Have a great day.